Now, why is this guy so unhappy? Well, the answer is he's in the wrong setting. He's all bundled up in a parka, standing there with a palm tree in the sun and the water. Something's wrong. Hi, I'm Bruce Blitz, and welcome to Cartooning with Blitz. And today, we'll be creating our own props and backgrounds, the right ones. And for our feature of the day, I'll show you how to make your own connect the dots picture. That's a lot of fun. And for our doodle trick portion, the illusion of the swimming ducks. I know you'll like that one. Stay tuned for that. So if you're ready, let's get started, and let's draw our own props and backgrounds. Now, the first thing we'll draw today will be a prop, and it'll be a bus. And a bus is a prop, just a big one. And it starts with a big rectangle, a cube. So we'll start with a shape like this. And goes off that way. Now, once you've got the cube done, now we just put in some detail. All objects in this world can be broken down to one or a combination of four basic forms. And one is the ball, which is a sphere. The other one is a cube. And then there's a cone and a cylinder. This one happens to be a cube. Now we'll put some headlights on. This is going to be a school bus. And now we're going to show you how to draw the wheels, which are going to be cylinder shapes. That's one of the basic shapes. See how that works? And the other wheels are just peeking through like that. And that's all you see of those. Now let's put some detail on those. And it's really true that everything really can be broken down to those four basic forms. You just have to learn to see. We're darkening this in because it's underneath the big shape of where the wheels are in. It's not easy to say, folks. Let's face it. Now watch, for the wheels, I'm going to put some wiggly lines like that, and that'll be for the tire tread. So you see, you put some detail on these shapes, and you got some pretty neat things. And right there. All right, now we're going to put in the bus driver over here. So we'll start with a circle. And some ears, give him a hat, and a nose, and a smile. He's a happy bus driver, and he's happy in his work. There's a bow tie, and this little half circle there will be the steering wheel. Now, we want to make it look like he's behind the windshield glass, so we just put a couple diagonal lines right over the drawing. You don't worry about it, and it looks like he's behind, and it's a reflection effect. Here's the bumper, and they have that little part up there that tells you where the school bus is headed. Let's even write school bus on the side of this one. Now, this is a great prop to draw because we can put a lot of characters in this one. In fact, let's draw a bunch of circles. These will be the passengers, the students going to school, all different shapes, and stagger them a little bit. Now, we're not going to draw a lot of detail here, but we'll just put a few in and some smiles, and you could vary the hairstyles. And let's have this guy with his eyes half closed. And then what you do, same thing, you put some lines like this to make it look like it's behind the glass. Now, underneath the school bus, we're going to put some black, so the bus is sort of in the air, driving right along with some cartoon effects and accessories, some lines like that, and some puffs of smoke. Of course, it's covering some ground. And you know what? I'm going to put some color into this. Now, I need some yellow. I use my color tuning pencils for the school bus, because all school buses are yellow, aren't they? Yellow or yellow-orange-ish, actually. But yellow school bus, so just like that. And for the faces, now, we are all different colors in this world, and that's kind of nice, isn't it? So we'll just have a few different colors going for ourselves here. And I don't want to spend a lot of time with the detail on this, but then what we're going to do is put a little bit of gray for the wheels. Yeah, I like that. And you know what? A little bit of blue over the glass effect. And that really makes it look like a reflection. Same thing up front here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put a little background on this. Not much, but just a few elements is all it takes to make it look like it's in the proper setting. So let's get our pen. And let's see, we'll have the road that he's on. And put some detail like the white line on the street, and it continues back like this. And let's see, back here we'll put a house. And you don't need a lot of detail for this. Watch. Just a couple little lines and you have it all. Let's put another roof up here. Going off this way, some windows. See how that works? You don't need to put much in. And maybe some wavy lines like this for a tree. And big ones up here for clouds. And over here, let's see, put another house. See how nice this is working out? You don't need a lot of detail. You want the main thing to stand out. In this case, it's the bus. And you know what? I'm going to put a little color in this too because it came out so nice. So, let me see. Over here it'll be green because this is this side of the street and this is someone's lawn. And over here, that's the bushes and these are the trees. And let's see, for the houses, I want to use a beige. I don't want them to stand out too much, as I said. I'll use a little red for the speed lines and for the cartoon effects. A little blue for the sky. And if I say so myself, that's a very nice picture. All right, let's do another one now. And I want to show you something before we move on with the school bus effect. I want to show you how objects, like a school bus, can be made to look like it's going fast or slow. And it's all done with bending the object. And you can do that in Cartoon World. Now let's have an object that we want to make look like it's going pretty quickly. So we can take that shape that we started with before, and we take that cube, but we bended it. You see that? You can't do that in real life, but you can do it in a Cartoon World. The wheels, the same thing. Those wheels wouldn't go back like that, but you can do it here. And we're not going to spend a lot of time with detail here, but you get the idea. Now we're going to make the black line underneath and the speed lines like this. And it looks like it's going a little bit faster, doesn't it? This could be a bus, this could be a truck, this could be anything, any kind of vehicle that you want to make to look like it's going fast. Now down here I'm going to draw another one and I'm going to bend it the other way, like this. And this way, it'll look like, I want to make those wheels go the other way too. Now first I want to show you something. I want to put the black line for the shadow touching the wheels. And by making it touch like that, he's come to a dead stop. And you put a sound effect like screech. You've got to put enough E's in there or it's not spelled right. Just like that, and some smoke. And because it's bent forward like that, it looks like it went and it moved. If this were an animated cartoon, that's exactly what it would do. And that's the good thing about cartooning. You can make things look a little bit more exaggerated. Now let's do another big prop this time. Let's draw an ocean liner boat, a big gigantic boat. Now don't get scared because the bigger the object, the easier it is. Now I'll show you what I mean. Let's start with a big curved line like this. See that? Nothing to it. Now you bring this line straight down like that. And over here, we're going to draw the other side of the boat peeking out just a little bit. So it comes down just like that. Now over here, let's put some detail in. And this is where the anchor hangs out. Hangs out with his friends, you know, just kind of hangs out. No. Just like that. And now back here, the back part of the boat. And then the water. Now let's make it kind of rough. Big waves. And some big lines up here. And the closer it gets to you, the more these are spread out. That's perspective. Now let's go back and put some more detail in the ocean liner. Now right here, we're going to make a long line that comes up. And then straight down here, and let's put some detail in there. And these could be windows. I like that. Now right along here also, I'm going to put some detail along the side of the boat. A line, then one comes down there, and then little dots. You know, you can start what's called an art morgue, and an art morgue can be used for clothing, it can be used for props, and it can be used for backgrounds. And an art morgue is a collection of photos. They call it a morgue. A lot of cartoonists use that. You see you got the dots up there too. These are portholes, and you could add as much detail as you like. That's up to you. And okay, next you want to put in the smokestacks. 1, 2, let's give him 3. And some more detail up here. Maybe that's the antenna, radar, who knows. And now let's put some color into this because it came out so nice. Let me see, where's a little bit of gray? I don't see my gray. Oh, I'll use black. That's okay. Now what I'll do is I'm going to shade these smokestacks. So what I do is you come up on either side and leave the white in the center. Look how nice that looks. Same thing here. Okay, now a little bit of, let's see, orange. I'll make this an orange ocean liner. And some water. Use some aqua. This is really pretty. And there's an ocean liner. See, I said nothing to it. Bigger they are, the easier they are. Okay, now, I'm going to get this off too. Now this next sketch, I'd like to just start with a character. And he's going to be in a boat, another boat, but this is going to be a much smaller boat. And we start with the guy who's a little bit seasick. And we'll start with a circle. This is a great cartoon to draw. So right here, I'm going to draw his face. And let's get all the detail in his face. He's looking down. He's looking down into the water. He's looking down in the mouth because he's not real happy. He's seasick. And there's his mouth. And here's his tongue, which is out. And here's his eyes. Now we're going to vary the shape of his eyes. It's not because I can't draw. I did it on purpose. Make one big and one small, and the reason for that is to make him look that much sicker. And we're even going to make his eyes half closed but not meeting. And there's one eye, and there's the other, and his bloodshot, and an eyebrow up, another one there, some puffiness, and this guy does not look too well. And there's his ear, and one ear there, and his hair's all messed up because when you get sick, your hair gets messed up too. I don't know. And let's give him a fishing hat. He's out fishing today. And if he gets seasick, I have no idea why he's out in the water, but that's his business. I'm not even going to get into it, folks. And there's his hat. And now his arm comes down like that. Now we're going to put the boat in here. We're going to have him hanging over the side. This is not a pretty sight, but someone's got to do it. So let's draw his arm hanging down like this. And his other arm is like that. Okay, now one arm, hand's going out that way. The other one's going out the other way. Now we're going to draw the boat. Now we're going to draw it much like we did before, only it's just not going to be as big. There it is. Here's the back of the boat, and here's the water. Going back and forth. He doesn't need me to do that, does he? He's already sick. And these lines here indicate it's made of wood. And some nails. And we can even have the engine in the back here. Not much detail, we don't want to do that. And maybe a fishing rod. He was out fishing. And let's see, some effects and accessories. Some windy, curvy lines, some spots before his eyes, and some stars. This guy is not feeling very well. And let's see, I know what I can do. I'm going to put a fish right here in the air. And here's his fin. And he's happy. Here's his eyes, his eyebrow, and I hate to say it, but he's kind of laughing at this guy. Now we're having him jumping out of the water. Now from where he jumped out of the water, I'll show you a neat little trick for a water. You just make a little swirly. See that? And it looks just like the water. All right, that takes care of this guy. I'm not even going to color him in. I think he's had enough. What do you think? So let's do another one. You know what? I've got a tons of pun drawing for you. That's right, a tons of pun drawing. You know what a pun is? That's a sketch with a double meaning, and it's great for cartooning because we can illustrate it. Okay, so let me get my pad out, and I'll draw the tons of pun for you. And let's see, you tell me what it is after I've drawn it. Okay, so we start with a barbell. Like a bar. It's not actually a barbell, but it's a weight. 1,000 pounds. That's right. This is a heavy sketch. Okay, now what we're going to do is draw this. I won't tell you what we're drawing yet. See, the last one reminded me because we're dealing with water. And can you tell what this is yet? This is land over here, and this is water, and this is like the dock. And let's draw some water, and there you have it. Now you tell me what this is. Are you ready? Guess right? Can you guess it? That's right, it's peer pressure. Peer pressure. Okay. All right, let's do some backgrounds now. And these will be quickies. I've already got most of the drawing done. Well, the main character, because we're not doing that today. So what I'm going to do is take this fella here, and he's going to be in a snow scene. So there he is, all bundled up. And we're going to draw some elements for a snow scene. Now, we're going to draw an evergreen tree, but we're not going to draw it with the leaves. We're going to draw it, he's out in the snow. So it has like a marshmallow topping to it, doesn't it? And here's the layers of the tree. And that's all you have to have. One more layer. And then there could be a scene in the back with a house. Even the house's roof has got like a marshmallow topping to it because it's out in the snow. Maybe it's a little cabin. There's a door, some windows, maybe a road. And now what really is going to make it look like a snow scene is just make a bunch of circles over everything, even over the character. It doesn't matter. You go like this and it'll look like snow. And it'll even more look like snow in 1 second when I do one more thing to it, and that is have some lines going like this, like he's in a windy snow blizzard, and that works really well. So let's do another one. And this one here is going to be of a fella sitting in his den. Now I have him sitting right now in an easy chair, a lot of space around him. But I'll show you, just to add a few elements, how this thing could come to life. Now, right over here, we'll make a horizon line. That's the back of the room. And see over here, we'll draw some curtains, which is a wavy line, like down here. And some lines going up. And right here, let's give him a fireplace. He's sitting and he's reading in front of the fireplace. And right past him, let's make a cone shape that, if you continued, it would be a cone. Remember I said all objects can be broken down, and one of them was a cone. This will be a lamp. And that's right behind him there. And here's the fireplace. And let's see, put some fire behind here. Not a lot of detail. And on the fireplace, by the way, I'm going to draw some bricks. Now, I'm not going to draw all the bricks, which you don't have to. All you have to do is suggest it. So you put a couple bricks here and there, and here's the mantle. And here's a big picture up here like that. And let's see, the picture can be of anything, but I'm just going to make some squiggles like that, so you know that that's a picture. Now over here, it's going to be a bookshelf. And what we want to do for the bookshelf is suggest books. You don't want to make a lot of detail behind the main character. And also, what you want to do is you want to not draw the character, the objects behind the character too close to him. Like, I'll leave a little bit of space. See, I didn't even connect the line of the bookshelf. Let him be with a little bit of white space around it. And we can continue on. And right here, let's put his dog, who's sitting with him while he's reading the paper. And his dog is sleeping. How's that? And here's his ears flopping down. A big smile on the dog's face, and the dog's behind there. And let's see, here's his paw. He's happy. And a rug. Big oval shape like that. That works fine. And let's see. You know what? I'll play some music, you look at the picture, and you tell me if it all goes together. Ready? Okay, here we go. That one always makes me cry, I don't know. Anyway, the good way to practice is to look around, break objects down to their basic forms. The key is to simplify. All right, next up, the feature of the day. Now with this feature, you can start your own activity fun book. We're going to do connected dots. I used to love connected dots because you never knew what the picture was going to come out to be. You just put your pencil or pen right on the number 1, and you go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you just keep going on until you see what the picture is going to be. And today we'll create our own connected dots, and I'll show you how it's done. start with a picture. You can draw any kind of picture you want. I've drawn a picture of a dog, just like that, holding a pencil. And what I'm going to do is put this down. I'm going to tape it down for you. And take a piece of tracing paper, like this. Tracing paper is paper you can see through. And lay it on top of the picture of the dog. Now the rest is easy. You just take your pen and you start at one point of the drawing and you make a dot. Make another dot and you just go along the drawing that you've already created with a bunch of dots. And you just keep going and going until you've got the whole picture done in dots. Now I'm not going to do the whole thing for you because you get the idea. Then you go back and you start putting the numbers in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you continue on. Now some of the elements in the picture, like the nose, just too hard to do with dots. Some of the things in your picture you might want to draw in completed. See what else? Maybe his eyes, same thing. Connect the dots, great fun. Always loved it. Eyebrows, and the pencil. I think the pencil is too hard to do. Okay, now that's what you do there. And here's one that has already been done. That same picture with all the dots. It's great fun. Try this on your family and friends. Now I'll play a little music for you. Next up, cartoon doodle tricks. Stay tuned. Now, today's doodle trick comes in the form of a trick cartoon. And I've got some friends that stopped by. How you doing, guys?
Hi.
And this is a favorite trick cartoon of mine, and it's called The Obstacle Illusion of the Walking Ducks. I mean optical illusion, right? Okay, ready? Here we go. We'll start with 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm going to draw 5 ducks in a production line. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do the same thing to every one. A wavy line like this connects them. Okay, now let's put 5 eyes in. Assembly line ducks. Some eyebrows. Okay, now some beaks. One there, and then one out here. And one out here, and some wings, and let's put them in the water. Otherwise it'd be ducks out of water. We're taking to the water like ducks to water, however that expression goes. Okay, now you're ready? Now watch this. If I cover this duck up, we've got 4 ducks swimming to the left, and if I cover this duck up, we've got 4 ducks swimming to the right. And that's what you call an obstacle illusion. You like that? That's pretty cool, huh? Let's look at it again. Ready? 4 ducks going to the left, 4 ducks going to the right. Well, that's all the time we have for today, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it at home. And for our Blitz tip today, a lot of people think that great ideas come because of some miracle. It doesn't really work that way, does it? Because success is 1%, only 1% inspiration, but 99% perspiration. You got a picture of me drawing all those cartoons? Because that's how I have to practice. I'm Bruce Blica saying thanks for being with me, and help me out, guys.
Keep on cartooning.